Hi class. Today I'm here in my kitchen and we are going to talk about vegetables. Now, we've been learning about gardening, vegetable gardens specifically, and today we're going to talk about different kinds of vegetables and what part of the plant that we're actually eating when we eat vegetables. We're also going to talk about seeds, different seeds, the ones we can eat and the ones that we shouldn't eat. So first of all, let's talk about seeds. So a plant has to start with a seed. All plants have seeds, and that's how a new plant begins to grow. A seed actually contains a tiny plant in every single seed. So some of the seeds that we eat, who knows what this is? Yeah, that's some corn, isn't it? This is how corn comes on the stalk. And the way you eat corn, this is called shucking corn. So you have to start at the top and you peel away this green part until you see the delicious corn inside. So yummy, isn't it? So the corn is actually the seed part of the plant. And we can eat that, can't we? So delicious. Another seeds that we can eat are tomatoes. So I'm going to cut this tomato so you can actually see the seeds that are inside. If you look at that tomato, you can see those seeds. It's getting drippy on me. And we can eat our tomato seeds. They're really small. They taste fine. They taste just like the rest of the tomato, and they are just fine to eat. Another seed that we eat is a cucumber. I cut this cucumber in half, and you can see the cucumber seeds in here, and they are just fine to eat as well. Really delicious cucumbers are yummy. One of my favorite vegetables, actually this one's a berry, that we can eat the seeds from are strawberries. So yum, it's strawberry season now. This one's really delicious. And those little tiny seeds that you can see in the strawberry are delicious to eat. You don't have to take them out. Now this is a plum. A plum has a seed that's in the middle, and that seed is actually called a pit. Now plums are really delicious if you haven't ever had a plum before. But look right in the middle there. See that the hard, lumpy seed right there? That's called a pit, and that's the seed for the plum. Shouldn't eat that. They're real hard. Same with the peach, same sort of a fruit. Now the plum itself is delicious, but we shouldn't eat that seed part, that pit that's in the middle. If you haven't ever tasted a plum before, you really should. They are so yummy. So here's what a plum looks like before it's cut. Really good. So we have an apple here. Remember when we went to Kerrigan Farms early in the school year? So we know that if we cut an apple in half, that we see the seeds in the middle, and the seeds are part of what's called the core of the apple. Now the core shouldn't be eaten. So remember, when we eat an apple, we eat around it. Or if we're cutting, if you remember, like we did for Johnny Appleseed Day, how I used my apple cutter and I cut the apples. Or you can do like I'm doing, and I'm just your mom or grandma or dad. You can just cut that hard part with the seeds out, and then you're left with your delicious apple to eat. So these are seeds that we shouldn't eat, some that we should eat. Another seed that we love to eat are sunflower seeds. Now I've got some sunflower seeds here, and these actually come from the sunflower. They're in the middle of the flower, and they look like that. Some of you who like to play baseball might be having some sunflower seeds while you're waiting to bat. We've also got some hulled sunflower seeds, and that's the same thing. It's just the seed that comes in here. So when you eat these sunflower seeds, you actually don't eat the cover. You take the cover off. I'm just going to leave them there so you can see it a little bit later. Well, we have different parts of our plants that we eat. So I've devised a little graph here. I'm going to come around here and move my camera so you can see it just a little bit better. There we go. So here we have, I'm going to lean down so you can see me too. So these are the roots down here, and carrots are an example of a root that we eat. And carrots are delicious, aren't they? And then this is a piece of celery, and celery is an example of the stem that we eat. Here's some celery right here. I've already cut, ready to eat, so yum. This is a piece of leaf lettuce, and here's my lettuce right here. And lettuce grows like this, and then they cut it off so you can see how it's been cut off at the bottom. And this leaf lettuce is clearly the leaf part of the plant that we get to eat. And this is broccoli. Now, I love broccoli. Broccoli comes like this, and here's the stalk. Now, the stalks aren't bad to eat. They're not my favorite. We call these the trees and these the trunks. But these are actually the flowers. The tops are also called florets. So the broccoli florets are the flowers. They're the best parts to eat. So we have our little flower. Now, God makes our seeds grow. And the things that seeds need to be able to grow well, we've talked about before, are good dirt, good light, and water. So God makes all of that possible. So when you've seen Stephanie and their backyard garden and Mr. John Caskey helping out in the community garden, God waters the gardens with rain, but sometimes they also, like we talked about, have to water it yourself because sometimes there's not enough rain. So we got to make sure that the dirt's really good so the roots can take hold, and then the plant will be nice and firm, nice and strong. So the stem grows, the leaves grow, and the sun makes it grow as well as the rain. So that's my little graph that I wanted to show you, my little picture of some of the things that the vegetables, the kind of vegetables that we eat, the kinds of fruits that we eat that have seeds. Some don't. Some seeds are great. Some seeds not so great. And some delicious vegetables that if you haven't tried some of them, I hope you will. And this just makes it a lot more fun to think about the different parts of our plants that we can eat and all the delicious food that the Lord has given us. God bless you.